Hi, welcome to the first demo flight of the new DHD D2-mini. So this is a kind of gadget quadcopter, and this quadcopter is also including a 2-megapixel camera. Why I say gadget? Because this one is boxed into a kind of camera housing, and a small originality. If you connect your quadcopter through this 3 wires cable, you can use this box as a photo camera, of course, and shoot videos or photo by pressing this trigger button. Okay, this white wires going into the quadcopter. So the basic transmitter scales something like 127 grams standalone without batteries, and one small drawback: you will need absolutely to tight your screws locking the 4 AA batteries. If not, this part will fall all the time, so I like when you just need to clip it. Anyway, so to release your quadcopter, you have to press on the right side, okay, and raise up and free your quadcopter. And as you can see, the quadcopter got some different color props, green on front and black on rear. It's a good point to keep your orientations. This quadcopter scales 15.7 gram with this unfortunately built-in 120 mAh 1S LiPo battery, no discharge rate mentioned, and on the front you can see the camera lens in M5.5 mounts thread. It's assumed to be a 2 megapixel, and the files are in 720p resolution. It doesn't mean that it's really a native 720p camera. I will raise immediately caution. In my point of view, this camera is playing with interpolation from a VGA resolutions. Anyway, the chassis is classic. You have some 6mm by 12mm cordless motors. Okay, pretty standard. Okay, and anyway, you have on the left side the micro SD card slot, where a 4 GB card is provided. It's always a good point when you have a micro SD card. The plastic seems to be robust to any kind of crash. That's a good point. I regret the non-possibility to remove the LiPo batteries. And now on the right side, below the mini tiny switch, you can find these 3 wires, 3 pod plugs. It's some 1.25mm GST connectors coming with this compatible one. So you cannot more use anymore the same kind of USB charging cable. Another point I noticed, when you plug your quadcopter with this one, you have 2 options to recharge your quadcopter, either with the built-in 4 AA batteries. Notice that any mAh batteries are working, so just need in the ground you feel when you need to play it again to charge, just need to turn on and the quadcopter is charged, and you have a small green LEDs appearing on the quadcopter. But you have also an USB charging cable you have to plug here and connect to your PC. So 2 ways to charge, it's a good point. But with the USB charging, I didn't see the light turn red again when it's full charge. It's so I charged it during 1 hour, nothing happened, so I don't know exactly. Anyway, so I will engage the flight, and the first thing I will test is the fail-safe behavior. Okay, so I will power the quadcopter. Thanks to the power switch, you have some white bright LEDs on front, blue on rear, so should be good for night flying. Turn on the quadcopter. To arm, you have to push up and down the throttle stick, okay, until you hear, and now the LEDs become solid. You have to know that to calibrate the quadcopter, first of all, I will install it on a flat surface. You can have to push both sticks in a lower right position, so like this, and you can hear a beep when it's done. Okay, one word about the control stick, they are awful. Really, if you have a large hand or big thumb, it's really almost impossible. Okay, so it's definitively the main core point of this quadcopter. They don't provide some stick extension. Okay, you can install in the Nano's housing. It's really strange, but I guess you can install some stick by yourself, but you will have to mode it. So I will make a face-off test and turn on the transmitter. 1, 2 seconds. It's acceptable. I will rearm. Yes, you can rearm. Okay, so now I will engage the flight. One word about the buttons. Here you have the speed mode. If you press here, you are in the lower speed mode, 2 beep intermediate, and expert mode. Okay, if you press again, you still stay in expert. Okay, and I will start in beginner mode. This one is the headless mode. Okay, or if you long press on it, you will engage the return to home. Okay. This one is a flip button. Okay, so we'll turn off everything. Okay, so to trigger the camera, if you just briefly press, you will see a small red LEDs appearing, and if you long press on it like this, you will start video recording, and now you have a red flashing LEDs. Okay, so when you engage headless, the LEDs are flashing fast, so you know when you are not in headless mode. Okay, I will go in beginner mode like this, 1 beep only, and start recording by long pressing the camera. And let's go. So this is a yaw in beginner mode. It's already fast. So as I say, the control sticks are not easy at all. Okay. The yaw is already very fast in beginner mode. The LEDs are visible even in daylight. That's a good point. And the control sticks are horrible. Really, you can't have precise flight. I will engage the more intermediate mode. So look, the yaw command, and now expert mode. Well, in fact, the yaw seems to be not proportional. So fast for any mode. Okay. Maybe a little bit proportional. Wow, with such stick, it's so imprecise control. Okay, I will return more in intermediate mode. 2 beep like this. Turn on again the camera recording. Yes, and let go. So as I said, it's pretty hard for a large thumb to turn to have precise control. I will try to make more higher altitude. Definitively I need to calibrate also my small quadcopter, so we'll turn off recording beyond the flight surfaces like this maybe. Okay, and push both stick and it's calibrated. Okay, let's go. Wow. Zoom again. Yes, much better right now. Woof. It's good to have some different color props to keep your orientation. It's punchy, or whatever. It's 14 nanos. The flying duration is not bad at all. Wow, but the controls are very hard, very hard. Definitively, you will need to mode your transmitter to accept some external or sticks, because it's absolutely not obvious to control. Well, you need to play gently with your transmitter. I've got some LEDs flashing, maybe I reach LVC. Okay, so I will land gently, more or less, stop recording. Okay, I will conclude for the first demo flight of this DHD D2-mini. So you have some good points, some very strong LEDs. For night flying is good. You have a 2 megapixel camera module. The fluidity is here. You have a good 30 frames per second. The light sensitivity is not very well done. Wow, with such lens sensor size is pretty obvious that the job won't be great. But the color rendition not fantastic, and I'm not sure it's a true 2 megapixel. I think it's more a VGA module playing with interpolation. The flying duration time, because I made a lot of tests, is not so bad. You have a good 5 minutes thanks to the 120 milliamps per watt 1LCD LiPo. The counter range is not bad at all too, so pretty good. Well, be aware with your props, okay? You have some spare props, 4 are provided, that's good, and I like that the props are got different colors, okay? Unfortunately, about the radio protocol, is no more binding the former H1, so it's no more using the so-called 610 blue board protocol, so it's a new one, okay? Unfortunately, I don't appreciate when a company changes their radio protocol versus model, but anyway, it's like this. So the radio is not great at all. That's a weak point, and the idea is to take photos, in fact, from a VGA camera is not a good idea, is my point of view. So, well, I'm not really enthusiastic by this model, to be honest. It's not a bad flyer, but the remote is killing all the agility and precision flight associated with. The camera's videos are stable, that's a good point, almost jello-free, as you will see. But a true 2 megapixel module will have been a better choice in my point of view, even if this one is not completely crap, and no, don't be wrong with my words. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. Okay, if you like, please submit, and if you like my channel in general, please subscribe. See you next time. Bye bye.